In fact, overnight we saw a slight easing back of the oil price. Let's get into just exactly what investors are looking at with the picture in Iraq and the potential risk for oil supply. We've got Pete McGuire with us. He's Chief Market Strategist, MXT Global, with us in studio this morning. Good morning to you, Pete. The thing is, you had some movement in the oil price, but so long as oil continues to flow from Iraq, surely there's very limited upside here for the oil price.
Good morning, Brooke. Well, Brent's up 4.5% in the last week, so that needs to be taken into consideration. Also, from a geopolitical standpoint, Brent has more of an issue than the WTI market. So where it's going at the moment, I think that you're probably going to take 115, maybe even 118 out. We've got the militants 55 kilometres north of Baghdad. The great percentage of Iraqi oil, we're only worried about the south of Iraq. And naturally, 2018, they want to ramp production up to around about 8.5 million barrels a day from its current levels. So there's Iraq as a major contributor to OPEC. It's its second largest producer, and it's taking up the slack of all of that down. As far as Libya is concerned, Libya hasn't been able to hit those numbers, so Iraq's taking up the slack. And as far as OPEC is concerned, 30 million barrels a day is their production number.
But go back to this idea of 120, because so long as oil production areas in the south of Iraq are safe,
sure, and
that's producing and exporting normally, why would there be a spike?
I think, well, a couple of things. First off, are they going to be able to contain Baghdad? It seems to be, it's gaining momentum across the north and leading in there. Any news is going to add $2 to $3 very quickly overnight. And if you have some bad news heading into the market, I think that can greatly impact price. And it's very volatile, and I wouldn't be surprised to hear some not good news, but bad news over the coming week. I think this will just ramp up.
And so for the oil markets, the bad news, and I'm talking the trigger for a spike would be
the geopolitical concern and having an impact.
Quite specifically, though, because traders key off specific events, don't they?
Well, yes, they do. And as far as any disruption to that southern area, and if the militants move into that area, they know where
Baghdad?
Yeah, well, certainly. I mean, that's the major. Okay. That's where certainly Obama's front and centre, and he needs to protect that. He's moving 275 troops in to protect the American embassy. So what happens across that framework over the coming days is going to be a great impact to the oil price.
Fascinating. Of course, Brent is the one to watch. Of
Absolutely.
Course, that's the benchmark we need to be watching. Thank you so much, Pete McGuire.
Thank you, Brooke.
Yeah, that's good, because it does seem that traders for now are being quite discerning about the issue, not jumping just on the whole story in its entirety, being very discerning about what exactly this story means for the oil markets just for now. We have a quick break to take.